Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a while, but I've been busy with my full-time job since I can't sell on Amazon anymore. As a lot of you may know, my account's been suspended. It's been like over a year now. So at this point, I don't even think I want my account back because Amazon's still screwing me. Uh, this has something to do with Proposition 65 from the horrible state of California. So apparently, I don't even understand exactly what Prop 65 is all about, but apparently it's just a general cover-all dangerous products type of legislation or whatever it is bill that is supposed to protect the snowflakes of California from being injured or get sick from anything, any products that are out there. So how is this? What does this have to do with Amazon sellers? So California sued Amazon a while back, and Amazon decided that they're not going to be liable. And not only are they not going to be liable, they decided that the third-party sellers are going to be liable individually, and that the sellers have to defend Amazon in this lawsuit. So Amazon washed their hands of it, changed their terms of service, excuse me, and now all the third-party sellers are responsible. And this has been going on for a few years. And what they've done is they've started at the top, with the biggest sellers, and they're working their way down to people like me and you, who maybe make a couple $1,000s a month if we're lucky. So I got this letter from an Amazon lawyer. This is an Amazon lawyer, and it basically says, I'm going to read it in part here, that it says Amazon has entered into a consent judgment to resolve the lawsuit, and pursuant to it is required to notify in writing all vendors and third-party sellers of the covered products of the legal requirement, blah, blah, blah. It just says that you're supposed to put warning labels on your stuff that's going to California. And please be reminded that the government terms and conditions of your agreement with Amazon require you to place proper warnings on the product description pages for all your products you sell on the Amazon store that require such warnings, and you are contractually obligated to defend Amazon against and indemnify Amazon for any claims or losses it may suffer as a result of your failure to comply with those warning obligations. So it basically says that Amazon, like I said, washed their hands of it. Now it's on you. And at first, when I got this letter, I thought it was a fishing expedition because it's happened to me before. But I looked online, and some people said to ignore it. Some people said it's serious. I didn't really know what to believe. So I sent it to my lawyer. And I use Amazon seller lawyers. And I sent it to them. And they got back to me and said that this is really serious. And I was like, why? It seems like that this is just another fishing expedition to me, or another guilty until proven innocent from Amazon crap that they always pull. And the woman from the lawyer's office, the attorney that I've been dealing with, she's super nice, and she actually just, she said straight up, it's BS. The lawsuit is BS. It's BS what Amazon does to people. She hates Amazon. She can't stand what they do to people, and unfortunately there's nothing you can do about it because they have a terms of service that's like 10,000 pages long. It's not meant to be read, and they make changes to it that say, we've made changes to our terms of service, click here if you want to keep selling on Amazon, and if you don't click on this, you don't get to sell on Amazon anymore. So what do? We click on it like everybody does. So apparently what they're accusing me of is selling products in California without these warnings on it. Okay. So I asked my lawyer, I said, okay, I don't have any employees. I have less than 10 employees. Does that matter? No, it doesn't matter, she said. I'm like, well, I had no idea my stuff was going to be sold in California. I send it to Amazon, and if someone buys it, then Amazon sends it to California. I don't know if someone from California is buying my products. Does that matter? No, it doesn't matter. I said, well, I know for a fact that sometimes if all my products are in the Midwest, in the warehouses in the Midwest, and then somebody on the West Coast wants to buy my product, they'll pull it from someone else's inventory and ship it. So that's how they keep their overnight shipping going. And then it'll be my sale. And then the next time they make a shipment that way, they'll send my product over there to replenish someone else's inventory. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, it might not even have been my direct product, and that doesn't matter. So it's just like every time I try to say something, it just none of it matters, which is so friggin' typical. So she said to send them reply to their email, and I got one email about this. So, and apparently it's been going on for years, and this is the first I'm hearing of it. So she said reply to their email and ask them, tell them, you never heard of this Proposition 65 thing. You haven't been on it. You've been off Amazon for over a year. She says, these are Amazon lawyers. They already know this stuff, but just put it in there. And then she said, ask them for specific ASINs that you had allegedly sold in California, and ask for how many were sold there and what the time frame of this is, because my lawyer didn't even know like how far back they're going. And I mean, I don't know, they could be going years. I have no idea. So I did that. I don't expect, she said they're awful. These lawyers are terrible, and that it could be a long time before they get back to me. So now I just have to sit here and wait for a response. But my last question to her was, I said, well, how bad could this be? I'm not a big seller. I mean, I can't even imagine what 1%, 2% of my products went to Amazon. I mean, I don't know. It couldn't have been, it may be less. And she said the civil penalties are pretty low. She said she had a client that was kind of like me, didn't sell a whole lot, and he had to pay like $1,500 in civil penalties. I'm like, well, I guess that's not too bad if it'll shut this thing down. But then she said, yeah, but then the lawyer's fees. And I'm like, why would I have to pay lawyer's fees? And they said that's how this thing is set up, and the longer it goes on, the higher the lawyer's fees get. So now that this has been going on for years, the lawyer fees are super high. And I'm like starting to like sweat, and I'm like, well, how high? And she said that that particular client who had to pay the $1,500 in civil penalties had to pay $20,000 in lawyer's fees. And I had to sit down. I thought I was gonna pass out. I'm like, how is this legal? I mean, California literally screwed every single resident of their state. Now they're going after residents of other states. And it's just, and I started looking more and more online. I found an article that literally said that this Proposition 65 is the Wild West of retail, and they just go after anyone, anywhere, and they make up amounts, and it's unbelievable. And they can get away with it, and they are getting away with it, and have been for years, apparently. So if you get one of these letters, I don't know what'll happen if you ignore it. I think they'll just make a judgment against you, and that'll be it, and it'll be too late. They'll say, oh, we notified him. Whoops, he didn't answer, so we made our own judgment, and now he's got to pay us $100,000. Some people were like, I saw some people, they want to point fingers. Oh, I put Prop 65 warnings on everything I sell just in case. You're stupid because you didn't do that. Whatever. Everyone's got something to say. Everyone can be a jerk behind the screen, but whatever. The point is that Amazon sits there and they hassle me about putting proper stickers on my stuff for their ASINs, and they hassle me about putting warnings on plastic bags, and so like everything else, if I don't do it, they do it and charge me double. So you mean to tell me with this Prop 65 warning that they never sent me anything that says, hey, you got to put this on there. I can't even print a shipping label until I put labels on these things. So you mean to tell me that Amazon couldn't just put that sticker on there and charge me $1 or $2 to put the sticker on there, and then tell me, hey, make sure you put these stickers on here like they do with everything else, and now it's our fault? So, I saw a few people who got this, and they were they were saying to ignore it and everything, and you just can't. Apparently, you can't ignore it. And you know, if you don't already know, Amazon not only shut down my account for BS, but they also took all my money that was in the account. And I reminded her that it happened to me, and I told her it had nothing to do with this Prop 65 stuff. But she said, there's people who have been shut down over this Prop 65, whose accounts have been suspended over it, and Amazon took their money whatever money they had in their account as compensation. So, and your terms of service apparently say that it's okay. So, I have to tell you guys, I regret being an advocate to sell on Amazon now. I would warn everyone against it now. I've been off it for a year, and they're still coming after me. And this isn't just, like I said, this isn't just some private lawyer who thinks they can dip their fingers in the honey pot. These are Amazon lawyers. My attorney said these are Amazon lawyers. They already have access to my account. They already know what I've sold in California. So I don't know what I sold in California. I've been off here so long I can't even go back that far. So, I just to anyone who started selling on Amazon because I said so, I'm sorry. I won't sell on Amazon ever again. I don't even want to buy anything from Amazon ever again because of this. They're awful. And even my attorney admitted they're the worst. They're awful. They screw people. They go after the little guy all the time. And I've been looking on it online, just trying to find articles, and there's so many people who've been suspended from Amazon permanently, like me, like thousands, and it's all over nothing. It's all over nothing. Or Amazon just accusing you that your paperwork is no good, even though it is good. And the people who have lost money, Amazon took money from their accounts and all that stuff. And I've been reading that this is a push to remove third-party sellers from Amazon because they want to focus more on private label, and that Amazon wants to be the third-party seller. Amazon wants to be the seller on all this stuff. And kind of, I don't know, I mean, in a way, some of us kind of compete with Amazon directly, but a lot of people don't. And they make money anyway. So, I don't know. But, like I said, if you've gotten this letter, talk to your attorney about it, and be prepared. I had an LLC. I still have it. It's still active, even though I'm not really using it for anything. But I didn't want to lose it. So when I get a response from these lawyers about this, and maybe even if they try to tell me what I'm going to have to pay, I had an LLC. I still have an LLC. My next question is going to be, aren't I protected somehow? And if I am, I'll file bankruptcy under my LLC before I'll send Amazon one penny. As long as it doesn't affect my personal credit, I'll file bankruptcy under my LLC. I mean, I have no assets under there anyway. I have no employees, no assets. It's just an active business license because I didn't want to lose it. So if I have to file bankruptcy under that LLC, I'll do it because I won't send them anything, because I think this is ridiculous and it's absurd, and it's just another ploy to take money away from people who don't have a whole lot, frankly. So if you haven't gotten this letter, start putting Prop 65 warnings on everything you've got, whether it needs one or not, apparently, because I tried to understand, I tried to look it up, and it's labeled as some sort of Clean Water Act or something like that, but then it's got like a million other things under it, and it's just impossible to decipher. For me, I don't understand it completely. Maybe some of you do, maybe you've heard of it before, but I would just start putting that warning on everything. It's the only way. It's the only way to cover yourself. And I've seen that warning, I think, on stuff, random stuff, but sometimes the manufacturer, like, I don't know, sometimes I'm looking at just printer ink, but I thought I've seen something like that before on other products, and I think like the manufacturer sometimes just puts that on there. But I mean, I don't know. I've seen warnings that were specific to California on products before, so And that's why it's there, because they'll get screwed. And Amazon didn't want to pay, so they just put it right back on us. So, in summary, if you've gotten this Prop 65 letter from an attorney, I suggest you contact your attorney, and hopefully you can figure it out, and hopefully it doesn't bankrupt your business, because it sounds like it could. And if you haven't gotten this letter yet, start putting those warnings on everything right now, because they are coming after everyone. Literally, they're coming after everyone, and it doesn't matter if it takes months or years, because it's been years that this has been going on, from what my lawyer told me, and they're working their way all the way down to the lowest sellers, and I'm down there. I'm probably in the bottom 5% or 10% of sellers. So, they're coming after everyone. So be prepared. It doesn't look good. Make sure you share this video with everyone that sells on Amazon. Tell everyone. Share this video with everyone and tell them about this Prop 65 nonsense that's trying to bankrupt your business.